Hey guys, Melanie here. I'm a 23-year-old loan officer here in Denver, and today we're going to ask Chatgpt what questions it has for a loan officer. We'll see how well I do. Let's see. I don't know how to spell apparently. Okay, first question we're going to ask is, what questions would you ask a loan officer if you were buying your first home? Because I know a lot of millennials and Gen Zers might be watching this, so let's see. As a language model, I don't have personal opinions, but here are some common questions that first-time home buyers might ask a loan officer. What types of home loans do you offer, and which one would be best for me? Actually, a mortgage broker, and for those of you who don't know the differences between a mortgage broker and a direct lender and a bank, a mortgage broker acts with lenders all across the country, and what we do is we take your file and we scan your file through all of the lenders that we work with, and whoever has the lowest rate and cost, we'll go ahead and go with them. And versus like a direct lender, for example, Rocket Mortgage or Fairway Lending, we have programs and rates available to them. Same with banks. With that being said, as a broker, we have access to over 150 plus programs, so we can find the best program that would best fit your situations, like investor loans, bank statement loans, and recently construction loans. So we are very experienced in all different kinds of loans and programs. We have them all, manufactured even. Obviously what we'll do is, we'll just evaluate your situation and pick a loan program that will best fit for you. Number 2, we have, what is the current interest rate for the loan I'm interested in? So I like how it says I don't have personal opinions, but it's asking for an interest rate for me for a loan that I have no information on. Not really sure, but typically it just depends on what type of loan you're looking at, right? FHA, conventional, VA. Number 3, we have, can you explain the loan process and what documents I will need to provide? Yes, a lot of people might think it's a complicated process, but it's really not, as long as you find someone who can really just hold your hand through the process. I actually have a website that you guys can check out, homeloanswithmel.com. I have a guide on there that actually takes you to a really cool guide that has like checklists, like mortgage calculators and all that, and has all the steps that you need to know to buy a home. I'm sorry, I forgot what the question was again. Let's see. Oh, okay. You try to summarize it, but first you want to get pre-approved, see how much you qualify for. Number 2 is when you home search, put in offers, and third, we'll actually go under underwriting, which means that once I have all your documents and all of that, like your income, assets, and all that, we'll go ahead and submit your file to the lender so they can double check that everything looks good on their end. And once that's approved, we will just have a couple last conditions we need to complete, and yeah, that's basically it. And then you are at the closing table. So it's a super easy process as long as you can find somebody who knows what they're doing, obviously. I'm getting clear to close on my loans in 2 weeks or less, just because I like to do everything up front, and so it's a smooth and easy process for everyone. And real estate agents especially really love that. The documents that you will need to provide are last 2 years W-2s, last 2 months bank statements, last 2 months pay stubs, and then driver's license and other stuff, but pretty easy documents. You have a couple lenders where you don't need to provide any of those documents, which is really awesome. They'll just verify online thing where you work and all that, and it'll actually pull it up, so we don't have to collect that. Yeah, okay, so number 4, we have, this is a lot of questions for an AI, I would say. So number 4 says, how much of a down payment will I need, and what are my options for financing it? First part of the question, how much of a down payment will I need? So if you're a first-time home buyer, for a conventional loan, you can put as little as 3% down, which is a big myth because a lot of people think you need 20% or more to buy a home. That's not true at all. 3% is a minimum for a conventional loan. There's a lot of special first-time home buyer programs that we have that can really lower your rate and cost. Even if you do put more money down, it might not be the best bang for your buck because your interest rate will probably be the same. If you have really great credit, then that won't really impact your your monthly mortgage insurance. If you are not a first-time home buyer, you can put as little as 5% down. In terms of your options for financing it, regular checking, savings account, or retirement, or you can get a gift from a family member to cover it. Yeah, a lot of different options. How long will it take to process my loan application, and what are the steps involved? Yeah, so this is something that I really take pride in. We have a system that's connected directly to like Fannie and Freddie, and for FHA and stuff. You can see what you're approved for and get everything verified in less than 10 minutes or so. It depends, on where you're at in getting all those documents, because I know a lot of people might not have those W-2s and stuff like that. All you have to do is fill out an online application. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. I'll review everything. I'll gather those documents I mentioned before, go over what your pre-approval would be. 6, can you explain the closing costs and what they include? That is a loaded question. I might have to make another video for that because it's a lot that people don't understand. Closing costs, include anything that you have to pay in order to do the loan that have nothing to do with the lender you choose or which home you buy. Those things include like your appraisal, your title fees, transfer taxes, anything that you have to pay in order to close a purchase or a refinance loan in your state. I'll make a new video on that, explaining a bit more, but number 7, almost there. Can you provide an estimate of my monthly payments and total cost of the loan? Like you said, you don't have any personal opinions or information, so I don't know why you're asking me to get you an estimated monthly payment. 8, do you offer any special programs or incentives for first-time home buyers? That's what's so great about being a broker, is since we have access to so many loan programs, we have a lot of cool first-time home buyer programs that can give you lower rates and extra credits, down payment assistance programs, Home for Heroes programs. So like if you're a teacher or like EMT. Or number 9, can you provide references or reviews from previous customers? Girl, yes. Check out my website, Home Loans with Mel. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, those will be all Google reviews that have my name in them. I take a lot of pride in that because this is my 2nd year into the industry. Millennials and Gen Zs, like, we use the internet to decide on things, right? So obviously, if I was a first-time home buyer and I'm deciding on which loan officer to work with, obviously I want to read the reviews. And last but not least, are there any restrictions or conditions on the loan that I should be aware of? As you guys know, after 2008, a lot of lending restrictions and guidelines have gotten stricter. You really have to be well qualified to get a mortgage. I had a client say like, yeah, I bought a home in 2009 and I didn't even have a job, or it's not like that anymore, right? They want to make sure that you're well qualified, you have a well stable job, all assets are in order. And this question just depends on the situation, right? There just are things that might come up. That will be it for this video. I didn't know I was going to ask me 10 because that's a lot. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And stay tuned for more mortgage knowledge.